Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. That's Diane's Decorating and More. Hi guys, hope everybody is having a wonderful time, relaxing, enjoying your family, enjoying your friends this time of the year, guys. I would just like to say thank you to everyone who has shown up and showed out honestly by subscribing and sharing the videos and just liking them and commenting, guys. I appreciate each of you, okay? And all of the newcomers, stick around, there's more to come. All right, guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you different types of side dishes that I'm going to be making for the meals here, okay? And first up, we're going to go ahead and make our mince meat Christmas pie. That's first up. We're going to roll out our dough and we're going to get all of our ingredients together, guys, and we're going to get started on this delicious pie. I'll be sure to put all of the ingredients in the content of the video and in the comment section, so look for it there as well. All right, so let's get started. Okay guys, as I said before, we're going to be mixing our dough here for our meat pie. All right, so what I've done here in the bowl, I have put 2.5 cups of flour. Okay, I put 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I put 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. Okay, now next up, we're gonna go ahead and add in our 2 sticks of butter, and they're straight from the refrigerator. And I've already taken it and cubed it up really nicely, so it's still cold. Okay, and so that's what I'm going to be adding in here. There's 2 sticks of the butter. Okay, and it's going to be crumbly, and that's what you're looking for. Just going to take it and mix it well into the dough. Okay, just like that. It's like you see it falling into the dough right there. All right, same thing with this one. Go ahead and drop our 2nd stick of butter in there. Okay, all right. Okay, and this shouldn't take very long at all. Okay, all right, so now that we have that done, we'll go ahead and we're going to mince it up into the pie and to make our pie crust. Okay, all right. Let me make sure I get my little trusty device here that I use. Little pie crusher there. It's a great help in the kitchen. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and mix this in, and we're just going to crumble it up and mash it into the flour. Okay, so now we're at the point where we have already cut in our butter into the flour. Okay, and it should look mealy just like that. See how that drops like that, guys? That's exactly what you want to see once you have cut your butter into the flour. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to switch this over to a bigger bowl. That's just so I can have more space to work the dough. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in our water. Now water should be ice cold as well. Okay, it's not going to take a lot, and you just need basically a about a 1/2 cup of cold water. All right, and you're not going to, mix it too much, or handle it, I should say, too much. Just enough till you get it to combine in there. There's no need to knead the dough. You just want to mix it. Okay. And I like mixing it by hand because I can feel the dough and I know exactly the consistency that I'm looking for. Okay. It gets a little messy, but hang in there. It'll all come together. So just trust the process. All right. Okay. And this is some of the best dough that I've had the pleasure of making when you're ready to make your, pie crusts, such as your, I would say, apple pies, or, pear pies, or things like that, or some of your savory doughs. This is one of the methods that you can use also. Okay. All right. So that looks just about like I want it. Just about. And I'm not really kneading it. I'm just kind of like mashing it together, if you notice the difference. Okay. Just bringing it together. All right. Okay. And that's about it right there. So we're going to divide this into 2 parts, okay? What we're going to do right now is put it in some plastic and let it rest, okay? And we'll be right back, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like too, so stay tuned. Okay, so now we're at the point here where we're going to go ahead and get ready to separate the dough out, okay, into two parts. So what I've done here, I've taken 2 pieces of plastic here, okay, and we're going to take our dough ball, we're going to separate it, okay, into 2 parts. No right or wrong way to do it. Just try and get it as even as you possibly can, okay. And we're going to go ahead and place it inside of the plastic here, okay. Now you can store this. It should hold up for about a month, okay. And that should be, enough time for it to last in the refrigerator, okay. All right. Go ahead and do our second part, and this is going to go into the refrigerator and rest for about 30 minutes, okay. And then we're going to come back and we're going to roll out our dough when we are ready to make our crust, okay. And just press that out like that. All right. All right. So we're going to put both of these in the refrigerator. All right. And we're going to get started on the pie part, okay? And that's our main ingredients, which is the filling for the pie. So stay tuned. Okay, so now our first crust has already been rolled out, and that's your bottom crust, okay? And we'll do all the little trimmings and shapings once we get everything finished with the second pie crust there, okay? So no worries about that. All right, so second up is the top crust. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and roll that out. Alrighty. And like I said, this is a very festive time of the year when these type of things start to be to be baked into in the kitchen and prepared for the holiday season, guys. So if you do decide to try and make this particular pie here, leave a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you too. Okay? And also for my pie crust recipe, I'll be sure to put all those ingredients in the video for you all as well. Okay? Now when you're rolling out the dough, just be mindful that you're rolling it into a circle. Okay? And you want to measure your crust. If you can, just lay it on top of there and just kind of like measure it out. Okay? And that'll give you a good ballpark idea of just how large you need your crust to be. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be a top crust. As long as you get it, rolled out sufficient enough that it covers your pie. Okay, and that should be pretty big. That is a big circle, guys. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take this and just roll up our pie crust on top of here. Just roll it up like that. Okay, and we're gonna put this pie crust to the side. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean this area and we'll be right back. We're gonna start on our filling. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so now that we have gotten our area clean, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the filling for the mincemeat Christmas pie. Okay, we have our ground beef that has already been browned. Okay, so that's what you're gonna need, is maybe a pound of ground beef. And we're going to go ahead and put that in. What we're doing right now is basically putting together, like I said, the main ingredients for the pie, which is really the ground beef anyway. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add everything else in there that should go in there. Okay, and I'll walk you through that as we go ahead and get everything started. All right, now what you're going to do is go ahead and add in our seasonings. Okay, and basically the seasoning is 1 beef bouillon. Okay, and it's the little tiny one like that. Okay, you can just crush that up in there and just spread it throughout the meat. Okay, next up we're going to add in a half a teaspoon of curry, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of chili pepper, half a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and the beef cube that you saw me put in there. Okay, and that's what I have all in here. So we're just gonna mix that around. Let's mix it all up in there. Okay, and make sure I get it really mixed in there really good. Alright, put that in there. You're going to stir that in right quick. Make sure it coats the meat. Alright. This is going to smell, it smells so good already. I'm sure it's going to taste good too. Alright, so next up, we're going to go ahead and add in some of our green onions and the purple onions and the white onions as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in. Some of the purple onions, as you know, that's my favorite. Add some of the white onion in there. All right. Stir that in. Looks good. This is going to be a very savory pie. Savory pie, okay? Make sure I say that so you'll know what type of pie it is. Alright, so next up, we're going to add in some of our mixed vegetables here. I have 1 cup of mixed vegetables. Let's pour it all in there. Because it doesn't take vegetables long to get cooked. So once you put your seasonings in there and your mixed vegetables, you're just about halfway through with this pie. Alright. Now I'm going to use just a dash of water. Okay, now if you have beef broth, feel free to use beef broth. Not too much because you want it to be dry, semi-dry when you put it in the pie crust, because it's going to make its own liquid anyway. So that's why I put the bouillon as versus the actual beef broth in there, okay? Because that bouillon is just as potent as, or if not more potent, as the actual beef broth itself, okay? Alright, so now that we got our vegetables and our seasonings in there, the last thing that we're going to put in there are our potatoes. And this is just a russet, or what they call a golden potato. Let me make that correct. You can use any potato you desire, okay, as long as it's a white potato. The potato that I have here is the Idaho, okay, that's the Idaho potato. And all I did was cut it up into little squares, just like that, tiny squares, okay? That's just to make sure that it cooks evenly with your vegetables, because your vegetables are in there. You want your potato to cook at the same time. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put some of those in there. All right. All right, and we're gonna give a good stir there. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, guys. It really, really is. All right. I'm gonna bring you over, let you take a peek at it before I put it in the pie crust. Look at those colors. Isn't that beautiful? Colors, colors, colors. That's what you're looking for. Okay, now we're back and we have taken our pie crust out of the refrigerator and let it come to room temperature. And now we're going to go ahead and pour our filling into our pie crust. I did allow this to cool down, okay? So you want to make sure you allow it to cool down, guys. All right, so let me see if I can do it from this angle so you can see everything, okay? All right, so we're just gonna pour all that in there. No right or wrong way to do it, as long as you get it out of the pan, okay? All right, then we're gonna go ahead and smooth that out. Just smooth it out, all around to the edges there. All right, I tell you, this smells delicious. It really, really does. So we're gonna put our top crust on here, and this is a deep dish, okay? Just to let you know, just in case I didn't say so. All right, so we're going to go ahead and you can see that, yeah, okay, great, and roll out our second crust onto here, okay? All right, just roll it out. I'll try and keep that little shape there if I can. Not, I won't worry about it. All right, that down. All right. Okay. All right, and I did egg wash this part of the I guess you could say the edge of the first layer of crust. So I did egg wash that. And I'm going to egg wash the entire top of this, okay? And I created a little heart shape right there in the middle opening so that the pie can breathe. So that's why you see that. I'm just trimming this excess off around here. I'm not trimming it perfectly because I'm going to pinch the edges, okay? Okay, so now we're back, and I went ahead and pinched the edges, as you can see, all the way around the pie. That's what I meant when I said it was pinching it. And then in the center, I put a little heart there, okay? And that's just a vent so that it won't explode in the oven or whatever, or overflow. And then I just took it and took the little top part I cut off and stuck it to the side. Alrighty. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and egg wash it, just like we did, you know, with the first layer there. And that is going to be it, guys. We're gonna pop this in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. I'll check it at that point at 375. Okay, and then we're gonna come back after it is finished, and I'll show you exactly what this looks like, guys. I tell you, I believe it's gonna be delicious. I truly, truly do. So stay tuned, and I'll come back once it's out of the oven, guys. All right, thanks for hanging in there with me. All righty, all right. Okay, guys, this is the finished Christmas mince meat pie, and I wanted to bring you out here and show you what it looked like when I first took it out of the oven, guys. It is extremely hot right now, and you have to allow it to cool all the way down. So I wanted you to see it firsthand. I'll be sure to take pictures and upload it so you get a chance to see the insides as well. Alrighty, thank you for joining me here on the channel today as we put together this delicious pie, guys. Bless you and yours, and Lord bless. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.